Hi, lovelies. I just had a weird experience with my TikTok filter. It was just like a thing, and it's just four pictures put together, really simple. Like you just pick four pictures. And then I saw some stickers for Pride stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool. I like Pride stuff. And then I realized, oh, I could type stuff in and get whatever stickers I want. And I'm like, wow, I didn't realize this. This is great. So then I start putting stickers, and I'm like, I'm I'm filling up the whole page with stickers. How do I express myself, my queerness? Like, how do I explain it? I'm so many things. And then I'm like, well, it's not just me being queer. Like, I think I might be so like the type of queer I am because of being so neurodivergent. Like, and I'm not saying that definitively, but I'm autistic, I have ADHD, and I have dyslexia, okay? And then I'm polyamorous, meaning that I'm capable of loving more than one person at a time or having feelings or attraction for them. Um, my sexuality is sexually ambivalent, meaning that sometimes I just see somebody and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so into them. And then sometimes I have to get to know somebody. And then sometimes I don't want sex at all. And then sometimes I want it all the time. And like, it's just all over the place. And this when I get into it, it's like I like things with some people, but not other people, and it's like really hard to tell. It doesn't fit neatly in a box. I'm bisexual, the omnisexual kind, where I am attracted to all the genders, specifically because of the genders. Not that like I only am with people for those things, but like I love the different flavors of genders, and that goes to gender presentation and also to like body types, like, and I really like celebrate those things. It's very exciting for me, but that's like also very big and large and just nebulous. And then I'm genderqueer, a type of non-binary, which is under the trans umbrella. But I also resonate very much with the binary trans people in that I wish I had two bodies, because I'm always a man and I'm always a woman, and I know that you're gonna look at me and you're gonna say you're not a man. And I could sit here and say, oh, I'm trans mask maybe, or I'm like a boy or whatever. But the truth is, I have known since I was a kid that I am a man inside, and like makes me emotional because I've never said that. Like, I have tried to be seen, and I'm also a woman, and it's really hard for me because I was born in this body. And like, so it's like I have it, and it's a beautiful body. I think for me, it's a good body. It takes care of me. But there's like a part of me that is so beautiful. And being a man and being masculine is beautiful. And I know there's a lot of toxic stuff that can be taken up too. Just like with women, there's toxic femininity as well. But when you get through all that, there is so much beauty, and there's so many ways to like experience being masculine. And I wish that I was a chameleon and I could have like this other body that the world could like see this person inside of me that is so full of joy and so strong and just lovely, just a lovely, lovely self. Um, and I didn't come on here to make you see me cry and all that, but it's just really emotional because a lot of times I don't say, like, I try to be out there, but I also don't say certain things. I'll say I'm genderqueer, or like I'm male and female, and like, or like I'm this and that, and I won't go all the way into it because I don't feel like I'll be accepted. And because I've been diagnosed so late in life with a lot of things, I also experienced mental health issues and physical health issues as well, and those were diagnosed later as well, even though I was experiencing them at a very early age, as well as like the neurodivergency. And like, even like my queerness was dismissed. Like, I've had so much of me dismissed, and also been treated really terribly, like very, very traumatic early start of my life, and it's made me very afraid. And I might not seem afraid to a lot of people, um because I do try to be brave, and I try to be out there, but there are still things about me that I'm so afraid of. Like, I sometimes dress up as who I call Tam, who is always a part of me, always. Um, and I do that with friends. I used to dress up male when I was younger, but nobody would read me as that, and that was really hurtful, so I stopped doing it for a long time. And it's scary. It's scary because people might look at you, and especially the people you know, and they might say that it's not real, that you're not real, that you're not really going through these things, you don't really experience these things. Or they might treat you badly. And like, I've had, like I said, really, like, not just like mean things said to me, I've had like bad things done to me in my life. And it's natural for a person to want to protect themselves. But I think it's really important, especially during this time where like things are changing in our country, to make ourselves heard and to say that we're here. And like, some of you might think, oh well, you could pass for different things and like maybe that's better for you. And it's like, well, I pass as a woman, and my rights as a woman are being systematically stripped away in a lot of places around this country. So it's not super awesome to be a woman in today's society. Like, and that's not all the time, but there's a lot of things. Like, right now, like, courts are deciding if I'm even, like, equal to a man, basically, and, like, whether I have rights over my own body. And, that's a big debate and everything, but I guess I texted out a whole bunch. I've been doing that lately because first I started opening up about my having ADHD. Well, there's the dyslexia too, but I started opening up about having ADHD, and I started to feel better as I understood that more and accepted that more in me. And like, the autism has been a big thing because it's something I've masked so much for so much of my life, and it's one of the hardest things to stop masking. And I keep telling you I'm not going to do these 10-minute videos, but I keep making them. I don't even know if anybody watches. I don't care, because if I just believe that if you need to see this, that you will. And what I want to say to you is that as I've become braver, and it's not that I wasn't brave before, but I was hurt before. So maybe it's better to say as I've found healing in safe places, I've been emboldened to be my more authentic self. And that self might be difficult to some, or annoying, or wrong, or whatever. But I don't feel like that about myself. I don't think that. My fear doesn't come from judgment from me. It comes from judgment from others and what that means. And I think that's a normal response, but we can't control what other people feel or think. And like, there are people who are going to accept you. So for me, I don't go out as Tam yet because I'm scared. And there's bathroom issues too, because like, I'm not going into a woman's bathroom when I'm dressed as a man. I'm sorry. Not going to happen. I already have to do it already, and it's hard for me emotionally with my gender dysphoria. So I'm not going to do it when I'm celebrating a part of me that doesn't get to be seen by the world very often. But that's a personal trans kind of issue. But I want you to know that whatever descriptions you feel describe you, you are valid. You're a valid person. You're worthy. And like, trust yourself. You know who you are. Like, you know. And like, there might be some difficulty between what term to pick or whatever. I've done that too. But I've known these things about me for a long time. And like, I didn't have the words at first, but the words aren't important. What's important is who you are. And who you are is a worthy person. And I think that's the big thing I want to say, is that you are worthy, and I accept you. I accept you the way that you are. And I accept me the way that I am. Thank you, lovelies.